You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, it is with a heavy heart that I have to tell you, if you haven't heard already, that the legendary Leslie Charleson, who has played Monica Quartermaine since 1977, passed away this weekend on Sunday, January 12th at the age of 79 after a long illness and several health concerns. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to talk about her final appearance and what happened to the amazing Leslie Charleson. We last saw Leslie on GH as Monica Quartermaine a little over a year ago. It was December 2023 during Finn's malpractice issue, and fans noted that Leslie did not look well at the time. And if you saw those episodes, she was always seen either seated or in a wheelchair. And they explained that Monica was recovering from an injury, and the actress definitely looked fragile. Fans have been asking for a while why they haven't seen Leslie back as Monica since then, but it was evident at the time that Leslie Charleson was in ill health. And while they didn't specify the nature of her illness as part of her death notice, it was said to be a prolonged illness. If you didn't know it, Leslie got her acting start on soaps on an ABC show called A Flame in the Wind that didn't last long. And then she started in 1966 on As the World Turns. And then she moved on to another soap, Love is a Mini Splendored Thing. That soap run lasted until 1970. And in the interim, she did some primetime shows. And then 7 years later, in 1977, Leslie landed her career-defining role as Monica Bard. That was her maiden name. And then she was later known, of course, as Monica Weber, and then, most notably, Monica Quartermaine, wife of Alan Quartermaine. And if you don't remember, Monica was the chief cardiologist at General Hospital and the chief of staff there for many, many years. Leslie Charleson was born on February 22nd, 1945 in Kansas City, Missouri, but her family relocated to the East Coast. She graduated from Darien High School in Connecticut and Bennett Junior College, an all-girls college in New York. And after 11 years of soap romances on GH and weddings and divorces, in July 1988, the actress found her own real-life love story when she went to her high school class reunion in Connecticut. And she connected with a high school friend, William Dems. She had never dated him back in the day. She said she had a crush on an older boy, but Bill, as she called him, had carried a secret torch for her. And at the class reunion, it was their 20-year reunion, it just came full circle. And they began a romance when Leslie was 39, and sparks flew so fast that she extended her trip to that class reunion to keep seeing Bill. They had this whirlwind romance, and then he was flying out to California every weekend to see her. And a month later, Leslie and Bill got engaged. And then they got married on April Fool's Day, 1989, 8 months after getting engaged, 9 months after seeing each other after 20 years, after high school. And Leslie said at the time that she never expected that she would get married. She called her husband, Bill Dems, her best friend. And after they did get married, Leslie was hoping to get a chance to become a mother. But in her late 30s, she knew that having a biological child might not be possible. And indeed, it never happened. And in fact, their marriage only lasted a couple of years. And Leslie wound up never having any children of her own. But on General Hospital, her alter ego, Monica Quartermaine, had a daughter, Dawn Winthrop, who was fathered by a past fiance of hers, and Dawn passed away. And then, of course, Monica and Alan Quartermaine's sole biological child was A.J. Quartermaine, Alan Jr., who also died on the soap. And then Monica adopted Jason Quartermaine, Alan's love child. And then, of course, they gave him that retcon twin, Drew Kane Quartermaine, and Monica didn't know him until he was an adult, but then they bonded then. She also adopted Emily Quartermaine as her daughter after Emily's mother died of breast cancer. And of course, Monica's own breast cancer storyline was probably some of, I think, the best work she did. It was tragic, it was touching, and it was just really hard to understand how she didn't win a Daytime Emmy Award for that work. Leslie was nominated 4 times as lead actress at the Daytime Emmys in 1980, 82, 83, and 1995, but she never won. And in recent years, the actress had suffered several falls, 2 of them that were pretty notable in 2018 and 2022 because they required temporary recast for the role of Monica Quartermaine. And then in mid-October 2024, Leslie Charleson was spotted out and about lunching in LA with a friend. This is just, 3 months before she passed. She needed help stepping down off a curb, getting into the car that was driving her from the restaurant. And a photo from that day that I cannot show you for copyright reasons showed the Monica actress using a walker for her mobility, and she had a caregiver escorting her during her outing, but she was all smiles. And a source near Monica told Closer magazine that late last year, Leslie was being careful not to push herself and was doing okay despite her health circumstances. And the friend told the magazine that the GH actress had dealt with several falls over the past few years and was working to recover from these, but was still struggling to get around. And the same person that spoke to the magazine also said Leslie was keeping busy seeing friends and maintaining her social life despite her health concerns. And they said at the time, and this was back in October last year, that although General Hospital would love to have her back, that Leslie would likely never return. And indeed, she did not. Last week, just after the new year, Leslie Charleson suffered another fall that saw her hospitalized, and then days later, she passed away at age 79. Look for a tribute screen on an upcoming General Hospital episode to the iconic Monica Quartermaine actress, and then we'll keep you updated on whether they plan to write her character's death into the soap anytime soon. I'm guessing it won't be too soon. They've kept her off screen, explaining that she was away at medical conferences, and then she hasn't been feeling well. And if you recall, when Jacqueline Zeman passed away very suddenly in May 2023, it took the soap until January of 2024 to write her character's death and funeral. That was a 7-month delay. So General Hospital might take the same approach, and we could be left waiting half a year for them to tie loose ends with Monica Quartermaine and exit her character. I do not expect a recast. And it was on Sunday evening that showrunner Frank Valentini announced, he posted on Twitter, "It is with a heavy heart that I announce the passing of my dear friend and colleague, Leslie Charleson." And he said that her enduring legacy has spanned nearly 50 years on General Hospital alone. And just as Monica was the heart of the Quartermaine family, Leslie was a beloved matriarch of the entire cast and crew. I will miss our daily chats, her quick wit, and her incredible presence on set. And he said, on behalf of everyone at General Hospital, my heartfelt sympathy goes out to her loved ones during this difficult time. And indeed, we will miss her. Look for an update here on when they are going to address her passing on the soap opera. I'll keep you updated.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.